hot.
It's hot. It is.
I knew you were going to say
it's
that.
extremely
Super
hot. We do have lots of sun, but you can see some high clouds kind of showing up here and there from our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. So it's a beautiful day as long as you can basically enjoy it from the indoors. Now let's go to links 1. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So excessive heat warning stretches from the Red River all the way up towards Stillwater, even just north of Tulsa there. But heat advisories officially for north central and parts of northwest Oklahoma. No matter how you look at it, it's going to be hot no matter where you go across the state. Now, we did have some rain and storms overnight last night and very early this morning. A lot of that now it's pretty much gone away. We do have some rain and storms just north of the border now, and also in far eastern Oklahoma. All of that's pretty much gone away as well. But a couple of showers just north and west of Ardmore. That's really not expected to do much, but we did end up with at least some accumulation east of the metro and also out in the panhandle from early this morning. So in the meantime, this is our National Cowboy Museum camera of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Blue skies, but it's 95 degrees. A south-southeast wind right now at 11 miles an hour. The dew point sitting at 71, so it already feels like 102 degrees. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s where we've had a little bit of cloud cover and rain early this morning, but low 90s just east of there and lots of low 100s across south central, southwest Oklahoma. We do have a little bit of a breeze. The air is moving. It's just not really providing a whole lot of relief at this point. It's coming in out of the south between about 15 to as much as around 25. So after factoring in the dew points that are sitting in the 70s for a lot of us, especially along and east of I-35, it feels anywhere between about 100 to as much as a little over 110 degrees in parts of southern Oklahoma, but we could easily hit that here later today in Oklahoma City, which is why we do have that excessive heat warning. Obviously, we're not the only ones. Texas has been dealing with that for quite some time. Eventually, we will get a cold front to move through, but it's going to take a couple more days before it actually does get here. So the heat dome, it's basically sitting just to our south, so we're still just kind of on the edge of that where we've got more of a northwest flow and we're allowing for chances of rain and storms, but not everyone's going to have that chance. I think as we go throughout the rest of the weekend, the higher chances will stay to the north. But Oklahoma City, we at least still have a chance as we get into, especially tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. Cold front arrives as we get into late Sunday night into early Monday. Behind that, it does look nicer, at least for a day or so, with temperatures dropping down to the 80s. The heat does come back after that, but by Thursday, we get another cold front to move in. Temperatures dropping a few degrees. It doesn't look cool by any means. And then, of course, after that, the heat dome does come back. So we're not done with the heat just yet. Today, I've already moved that temperature to about 101 degrees here in Oklahoma City. Temperatures just keep flying up, so we have to do that. A slight chance of rain and storms later this evening across the north and the far west. I think Oklahoma City stays dry, but overnight and into tomorrow morning, the chance is going to increase across the far northeast, and temperatures drop down into the low to mid 70s overnight, but only the 80s across the Red River. So it's going to be a really warm start to tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon we're going to end up back in the upper 90s here in Oklahoma City. Still a south wind between about 10 to 20, 100 degrees in Ardmore, 101 in Clinton, 102 degrees in Altus tomorrow afternoon. And then during the day tomorrow, there is a slight chance we get some isolated showers and storms to show up in central Oklahoma, but the moderate chance will stay in parts of north central, northwestern Oklahoma, and also out in the panhandle. But tomorrow evening, the main wave comes through, and it's going to be a lot more likely in north central, northwest Oklahoma, but still a moderate chance some of that does make it into Oklahoma City. That's going to carry on into tomorrow night to Sunday morning with the higher chances eventually moving off to the northeast. But tomorrow late afternoon all the way to about midnight tomorrow night, any one of those storms that do develop, especially in northwest, could produce up to golf ball size hail wind gusts to about 70 miles an hour. So Sunday afternoon, we're back to about 100 degrees here in Oklahoma City. The wind generally coming in out of the southwest, 105 in Lawton, 105 in Altus, 103 in Hobart, mid 90s in the northwest. So the cold front doesn't move in until once we get into Sunday night, but Sunday evening, storms are a lot more likely across the border. Once that cold front does move in, it's going to make a world of difference. Temperatures dropping into the upper 80s for highs on Monday. And look at Monday night, Tuesday morning. We're going to start out in the upper 60s, but that doesn't last.
Feel like fall just based on what we've been experiencing.
It's a huge difference out there.
All right, thank you, Cassie.